There come a time in every student's life when the student has to leave school and go out in the real world. That day is today for me, because you all seen me struggle with a lot of design requirements and making that work for like 2 years. From today, the design requirement work is going to pay off. I am going to start designing the marble machine in a way that I think will be hopefully a catch-up effect of progress from today. And to do that with me, I have my friend Sam on the journey, right?
Of course. Here I am.
There you are. So,
hello, Martin.
Hello, Hannes and chat. I feel fantastic today. I want to start working right away here. So let's go to this one. And you all seen me struggle with this theoretical design process. And I've been talking privately with Derek and Jasper and myself about how to get the progress going on this project. I don't want to build hype. I built too much hype, but secretly, Hannes, I'm hyped today. So I have a plan to match my design requirement document completely with my CAD document. So what's in CAD is decisions that I have made about the design of the machine. So I'm a visual person. I can't do this entire project in text, but text will help me a lot. So I'm going to work back and forth in CAD to the text. And most of all, I think I need to work by myself, Hannes. I just need to sit down, take a big breath, and start working and making decisions, because it's painfully obvious that from the outside it looks like I'm absolutely getting nowhere the latest 5 years, basically. So
I like the sound of this. It kind of sounds like things are marinating in your brain after getting all these great lessons from both Jasper and Derek, who made a fantastic stream last week. So I hear a more calm Martin trying to make a grown-up approach here.
Yeah.
This is very, very good.
And also, I need to stop thinking that any one of all these fantastic people that are helping me is going to give me the full solution. I need to internalize how I want to do this. So I'm mixing advice from everyone, and I think I can make a good progress if I just stay focused in a couple of streams here. So yeah, I think we should, I think I want to dive straight into it. So this is the master part model of the marble machine currently in Onshape. So all these parts are driving the master assembly. And there is too much information in this master assembly, because I want to simplify the master assembly. I only want things in here that I made the decision about in the design requirements. So there's going to be a bit of a feeling to starting over. So the reason I can start on this now is because of, I'm re-saying that for the next summary video, Hannes. We're also recording video for next Wednesday. So I'm just going to try to make some things a bit more succinct. So since the prototype showed me that I want the moving plates, that has given me so much important information that allows me to start on this second pass. So basically what you're seeing in CAD is the first version of this machine. And today I'm starting the project of making the whole machine anew in the second iteration in CAD. Because now I know how much space the Vibraphone needs, I can start positioning everything out. So let me give you a quick example of some things that I will do during this project. I will simplify. So for example, the kick drum has tuners and stuff here. Those are just fake. I don't have to CAD things like this currently. So I'm going to make a CAD model that is much faster, with as little detail as possible, which corresponds perfectly to the high system levels design requirement. So the machine must have a kick drum, there should be a kick drum in the machine, like we're going to have that design requirements. I'm just going to have a cylinder for that. No tuning forks and stuff. Let me fix that right away. So let's start working. I'm going to go over to the drums assembly. Let me see how I navigate this now. It was some time since I did this. Drums. Kick.
Hello, everyone. By the way, Hal joined in chat here. MVP Hal with a lot of great comments the last couple of streams. And you know, as always, my memeplex is here. Don't worry about how it looks. Commit to the process. Take your time.
Yeah, thank you, memeplex. And Hal has been on. So Hal has been really onto this thing that the theoretical part hasn't. Hal has been on to me that this theoretical work has been very slow and not given return on investment yet. But hopefully, Hal, from today, I wanna make this start rolling. So the kick drum, I have a lot of stuff here because I wanted it to look like a kick drum. I think this is the drum I want. Boom. I can leave all that there. So, but let me go back then to the master assembly and see if we can update. Oh, it's updated automatically. See, this is the kind of thing I want to work with. All these spokes on all these wheels looks like a design. It's kind of like a design requirement. I don't want information in here that I haven't taken the decision around. So now when I'm in the kick drum, I know that I want a kick drum. So let's go and see. Does it say that the machine needs a kick drum? Drums. It doesn't. So now I'm going to the drum section here. And I'm going to say on the system level of the drum section. Yeah, I think it's here.
I just have to compliment you how extremely nice you're sounding today, Martin.
Oh.
You sound professional. I listen to your voice now.
Oh, perfect.
You sound very good. Calm and good.
I've been learning a lot, and it's time to execute. The drums must include a kick drum. Must include a kick drum. Aha. So perhaps we want to know more things about the kick drum later. So I guess we're going to have another category here. 1.1.2.1. It says shaker module here. It's not, I want the kick drum first here. So kick drum is going to be here. So this is where we will enter requirements around the kick drum later. So this one is in the wrong place. And
my memeplex have a question, Martin.
Yep.
Wondering here. I have a question. If you're blocking only things in design requirement, why put the instruments in their positions?
I don't understand the question. Why put the instruments in their position? It's okay for them to be in a somewhat good position, because that's what I want to try next. You mean they should be like outside the machine, just waiting to be positioned later?
Have you really decided where everything is going yet?
No, I haven't.
No.
But
and we need to start somewhere.
Yeah. So let's go to the that's
here. Kieran Ghost says here, open the hype gates.
No hype, just execution. Under promise, over deliver, said the boy who cried world tour. Ludwig taught me a better way to navigate. I'm stopping the recording there. Ludwig taught me a better way to navigate the folders. Because it's very slow here now. Tab manager, no. Take away or is it the tab manager? Perhaps. Perhaps this is a good way to.
Tab manager.
Yeah, this is the tab manager. What happens if I
And Derek joined in chat as well. Close the hype gates.
Good, Derek. Derek knows. So drums. Wait, I think I can navigate also by clicking on the. Can I go to tab from clicking this snare drum? Didn't I learn how to do that? Okay, I'm a bit rusty on shape here. Switch to snare. Yes, that's how we navigate quickly. Close this ugly tab manager. So here, snare drum has broken CAD. I don't want that. Let's go back to the derived setting. Boom, a beautiful cylinder. That's what we need. So let's go back to the master assembly.
That was beautiful cylinder, but you know what's even more beautiful, Martin?
Tell me.
People like Iceman4000 on Twitch here that says, love this journey. And also, Iceman4000 subscribed with Prime. So, a lovely comment and backing us. That means the world to us. Thank you so much, Iceman.
Yeah, thank you so much. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free on Twitch, and that is supporting us a lot, and it costs you nothing. So we're super happy for that support. Kick drum, kick is enough. I like kick instead. Kick, snare. I'm making these sections. Let's add a design requirement. The drums must include a snare drum. All right. I know I want a snare drum, and it's okay for me even if it's a design. So, like with all these design requirements, I was super nervous about writing them wrong. So I didn't write them at all. And like, it's okay. It's just going to help me. I can use my own language. We can go back and make it better. All right. We have a kick drum and we have a snare drum. And it looks better already. I want to get rid of these. What's these ugly trumpets? But before I get rid of it, why have I entered this thing here? Well, it's because the marbles need to be caught here from the cymbals. That sounds like a system level design requirement for the marble loop. So let's go to the marble loop. And we're going to start the marble loop at system levels requirement here. The machine must handle marble without dropping them. Fine. The machine must collect the... Okay, it's a little bit the same. No, let's put it in there. The machine must collect the marbles after hitting the instruments. We need funnels, is what that's saying. So before I delete this, let's make a little note in the design requirements. But I don't like these. Loop 2. Let's go to loop 2 and see what happens if I can just delete the whole thing. Switch to symbol funnels. Oh, these are embarrassing. We're going to delete the entire thing. Okay, not before we extract some information. This is a transport. So system level for the marble loop. The machine. Maybe I don't have to write the machine. The marbles must be transported to the conveyor pickup point. I don't care that I have the word conveyor in there, that this is not completely design agnostic, because there has been a lot of over discipline in how I've been trying to write design requirements that has kept me back, right, Hal?
Look at you.
I'm deleting
a more rockstar approach to the design requirements now.
I'm deleting this whole part studio. Bye.
Rigid where they need to be, and rock and roll where they can be.
Perfect. You know what I realized? I need to make a feature version. Listen, I've been listening to Derek. Now when I delete everything, it's time to make a new version of the entire document. How do I do that? Is it just here, version? No. Create version, plus. V3. I'm fresh out of school. What should you call it?
Version 3 final.
Martin has graduated from the year school. All right. Let's see if that turns up here in the list. It's taking some time. Yeah. So we're now on a new version. Feels great. So let's get back to the master assembly, see if those... Oh, they did go. And then there's a red thing here. Subassembly contains error. And I think it's because I just deleted that whole thing. Oh, there's more there. That's a subassembly. So the symbol funnels. Let's go to that subassembly.
So I see there's new people joining into the live stream now. And just to recap what we're doing today, Martin is trying to make the CAD resemble the design requirements, right?
Make both ways. Make the design requirements resemble the CAD. This CAD has too much information. We're only going to see the ideas that are decided. For example, that we want a kick drum. It's there. We want a snare drum. We haven't decided where, but I'm going to do a simpler version to CAD. So one good thing for now on is if I'm tinkering with a purpose. And when I'm cladding with a purpose. That's the new thing. Yeah, so...
Let's see here. Hal joined in here. Still like 10 times more formal than I would prefer, but we're going in the correct direction at least. And I see a smiley face there. That is huge.
I've been so aligned with you, Hal, in all your comments about this, and it's been really helpful hearing that support, because most has been be even more careful with all this theoretical stuff, Martin. So now we're just gonna go a little bit back to myself. I once made a video about why the first machine was so nice. It was because of the lack of hardcore engineering and the joie de vivre of the machine. I need to get back to the joie de vivre of this project, Hannes.
You're getting there. And someone else that's getting there is our friend Martin that joined in and says today here, Super Chat's working again. Also, hi, Martin and Hannes. Yeah, that is right. I managed to turn that on. I know for a lot of you that viewed on the main channel that are members over there, you don't see your membership on the second channel now. We're looking into maybe activating memberships on the second channel as well. You could kind of perhaps switch over if you want to be able to flaunt your dedication on a live stream.
Yes.
But for now, at least the super chats are up and running. And thank you so much, Martin, for always bringing the good vibes and the generous donations. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah. We're experimenting, but I think me and Hannes' Alfons is finding our strides, and we're doing some. You'll notice we move everything around at all times, but hopefully we'll stop that soon. Okay. We have a lot of Huygens drives. I see 3 of them. I want to delete some of them. That's in the drivetrain. Is all of them in the drivetrain? Let me see. They're all in the drivetrain. So we go to drivetrain. It's really nice. You can navigate through the CAD. And they are kind of invisible here. Here's one more. So let's delete that one. And let's clean this up. Oof, there was a lot of gears and stuff that I deleted there. That was probably the wrong one to delete. I think it's...
Now, don't be hasty.
I think I should delete this one. I can't delete it. Yes, I can. And there was a third one that I can't see here. Where is that, though?
While you try to find that, Martin, I have a very nice comment here I want to read to you from Bathfish Covers that says, I've been very much enjoying your channel for years, but have also not bought into your ability to actually finish this. You are slowly changing my mind on that of late. Keep up the great work. You see, people are seeing your dedication, Martin, and seeing that you're doing your damnedest now to actually finish this.
I think it's logical currently to think that I won't be able to finish this depending on my track record.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely agree with you. And hopefully with dedicated work, leaving all the content stuff to Alfons and Hannes and me just thinking about the machine, we'll slowly win some trust back or win some... but I also think like I was overconfident. So I deleted 2 Huygens drives. Nice. I was overconfident in the Mark Machine X, and I'm trying to learn to doubt myself the last years. And now it's time to stop doubting myself.
Stop crying, start winning.
Yeah. Good. All right. So I've deleted the Huygens drive. When I'm touch something, I should go and check. So let me show you something else I'm going to do. These wheels are beautiful, but they include ideas I don't want in here.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a material choice. It looks like spokes. I don't want it. It's too early. So I'm going to, because we're not there in the design process, I'm going to switch to Drivetrain, and I'm going to switch to this one, switch to conveyor flywheel. So here's the conveyor flywheel. How do I want the gears represented currently? So if we roll back the history all the way to here, it's going to be hard to see through them. Perhaps I can actually leave all this work in if I want to add them later on. I just roll back. But I think it would be good to... So now I have the OD and I have the middle. But I think it would be good to see through them. So I think I want to do something more with this. Can I have transparency only on the inside?
A quick question here from my Memeplex. Sorry, I missed. Why did you delete the drive? Is it because it's not 100% sure it's the right solution, or because it's not in the design requirements?
I deleted 2 extra versions. There's still 1 in there.
Okay.
It was just that I had 3.
It was a garbage pile in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cast it into the fire then.
Exactly. Let me think. Yeah, let's do... Oh, we already have a mid-plane. No. Okay, that was when I didn't know how... I already see that my CAD here is wrong because I've learned since. So we're gonna... I want to do a mate connector here. Perhaps if I start there. Yeah, we're in the middle. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to... use this geometry. I'm gonna keep it so everything works when I change sizes, and then we're gonna offset this one a bit. I forgot how to I have to click the mouse. That's it. 60. Are we out now? Yes. I'm also gonna offset this. 50. Oh, now I hear myself over at yours. Are you listening to the stream? What happened?
I turned off my mic though, but you still heard me.
Okay, I see.
I just double checked that Instagram is having good audio, and it was.
Nice.
Look at this from Hal's Minerva. Ever since I started CADing along with the streams, I improved my own skills. Much cleaner parts.
Nice.
You're teaching the world, Martin. You're teaching the world.
Can I shell this? Okay, I want to make a simplified thing here. I know what I want to do. I'm just slowing down, thinking about how to do it.
That's okay. Take your time. Rather it going slow now than making any dumb mistakes. While you do that, Martin, I just want to say I want to take a look. I wanted to take a look, but I couldn't. Perhaps I can take a look at this. Yes, I can take a look at all our wonderful backers. all 1,140 of them that are supporting this marvelous journey that Martin is on. And me on the side as well. And Alfons. So your guys' support means everything to us. It makes us able to keep on trucking with this. It is crucial that we have you guys supporting us here. So we appreciate it very, very, very much. You guys are the best.
Yep. 100%. I'm going to sketch from the other side here. You'll see very soon what I'm trying to do here. Boom. Let me make a midline. And let me offset this, or constrain this rather. And a mirror over that line and this thing. Are we already there? Revolve. I forgot to press Shift W. Should I done that? Oh, I made a mistake. Okay, I'm getting soon back into it. And then when I'm done with this, we're gonna go into the design requirement and talk about this wheel. Let's do... Revenge arc, Hannes. Shift W. Boom, boom.
Shift W for win.
Yes, revenge arc. Revenge arc. So I was thinking, oh yeah, but if I want to change the opacity, okay, let me see. Can I change the opacity of a face? I guess not.
One face that I would never want to change is Derek Van Allen, that took your advice, Martin, and subscribed through Prime on Twitch.
Thank you, Derek.
Derek, MVP. Thank you so much. That means the world to us. You're awesome, my friend.
Should I... because if I leave the wheels to look like this, it might feel that you can go through the middle here. So when or perhaps it should just be solids. Okay, we're gonna keep it simple. I can make them opaque, transparent if I want to. Let's not do this stupid time waste here. Let's not do that. I have everything. I have all the information I need here. And so I'm not going to... There we go. I know that. I wonder if appearance is different in... Can I make a appearance in here that is special, or do I do that in the... It doesn't look like I can... Oh, wait, it's because it's chosen. Okay, switch to conveyor flywheel. I perhaps have to do the transparency here, so we can see a little bit through stuff in the master assembly as well.
Martin, can you entertain our good folks for just 2 minutes, and I will be right back. Is that okay?
100%. I can write some design requirements. Oh yeah. So okay. So what's this then? What is this disc here? This is the conveyor flywheel. I'm sure I want it. Hence, it should be in here, and it's in the drivetrain section. The drivetrain section is here. Wait, we maybe have it. No, we don't have it. We have a sketch note here. So let me see what I should write about this. This is what the drivetrain should do. I don't know if I should say something about the conveyor flywheel in the in the system levels here. Perhaps the drivetrain must have a flywheel for the conveyor belt. It would be better to say Y. We have a Y column to keep rotary motion between operators' input steps. I'm gonna leave it like that, and we're gonna start a first subsection here, 1.4.1. I think that should be the power input. And I think the conveyor flywheel, I want them a little bit in the order. So the conveyor flywheel is a bit later. It's not important, but let's do 1 point. Let's list them the way I'm thinking about them. Let's not try to make these numbers mean more than they do. Otherwise, I have to maintain like a good order of the numbers. That's just waste of time again. It's like, the perception of working, Hannes. I've been happy.
Oh, that's my whole life.
I've been happy. Okay, I need to record this. So I've been happy with having the perception that I'm working, like dealing with number series and stuff like that. It's not working. It's being busy.
Mm-hmm.
Being busy but not working. So this flywheel is in there, and I have removed the useless info that I don't want in this design right now, because we haven't decided anything about that. So should I keep going with the drivetrain, or should I keep going? I'd like to remove all this rubbish, but it's here for good reason. It reminds me of something, but I don't like it. So it's in the loop. Let's clean some of this stuff up. What is it actually? It's the marble divider.
I just want to say my memeplex says, yay for the Y column.
Okay.
And then we have from Rye Bread Bird Pig says, who is this man? Moving forward, not overthinking. I am blown away and so happy.
Back to work. I get not overthinking. So it doesn't matter what I do next, as soon as if I push it forward. So this thing, I want this gone, but we should talk about it in the gates. Can we go to this design? Switch to gates. All this, I don't like anything of this, but we have to, I think we should list it in the design requirements and then cast it into the fire. Because this looks like a design, but it's not a design. Although these are the kinetic fingers, we have to list them. All right, marble divider, good. We go to the loop. We're here. Marble loop. So marble divider. Let me just clean this up a bit.
Here, Martin comes in with another super chat and a comment here. Since we clean up, only one governor should stay.
Yeah, I think it's already gone, all of them. Marble loop, it contains 1.2.1 marbles. My script would fix this automatically, but I don't dare to run it now.
No, not on stream.
No. So here I think we can take the order. If we start We start with I've written them in the order already. 1.2.2. Everything starts with lifting with the conveyor belt. And then we have the drop off. 1.2.3. That goes to the marble divider. 4. Actually, yeah, okay. 1.2.5 transportation to gates. I actually want transportation to everything in here. Marble gates. 1.2.7 funnels. 1.2.8 transportation to conveyor belt, and we've done the loop. The only thing I miss here. Okay, but then we have to put it in there. Let's not rewrite a stupid numbers list. Let's get to work instead. Oh, the pickup module, it was here. Pickup module. Pickup module. It's part of the conveyor belt. So let's delete that. We put that in there instead. Delete row. All right. Here's the system level. The machine, the marbles must be transported to the conveyor pickup point. Okay. So we have all this. This is the marble loop. In the design requirements, pretty well pointed out. So I think I'm going to delete all this.
Okay.
Just, I don't want to see this stupid things in CAD. People been, okay. Oh, I recorded my mistake. So now I'm going to delete all this. We're not going to CAD fake stuff. That takes a lot of time, like everyone's been telling me. We're going to CAD, we're going to clad, working with CAD and working with clay and CAD with a purpose, Hannes. This is not cladding with a purpose. This is thinking in CAD, which takes much longer than thinking on pen and paper. I'm educated now, or what is it called? Not educated. I've taken my, when you quit university, what's that called?
When you quit university, when you graduate?
Yeah, I'm graduated now. Thank you.
I think you need another year if you don't know what it's called.
I think a lot of brilliant people are high school dropouts as well. So, okay.
A lot of copium today.
Copium. I'm trying, and they're like double here. Switch to gates. What's this? Gates. Okay, gates. Oh, I realize I also have them. I have them as blobs. I also need to go and delete them as blobs. Delete the entire gate thing. Bye-bye. Haha. Nice.
Whew.
But
it is intensive spring cleaning.
We must go here and delete them as well. Or I think this could... Perhaps I was stupid. I have the nice connection set up already from here to that. Okay, let's not be more stupid than I need to be. I could just roll back. Because there's some setting up that I can use later. Okay. Now I know how to delete everything else. I'm not going to delete it like that. But that's done. Let's see in the master assembly. Okay, yes, it looks better. So the loop, we have to go to loop and delete. Can I go to loop? No. Funnels. What's happening here? All the red parts. Gates. Can we go to... Oh, we just delete it. Loop is a sub-assembly, of course. I'm stupid. Loop. Let's go to the loop sub-assembly. And now I need to delete the gates here because that file, Part Studio, doesn't exist anymore. But for the next one, I'm not going to delete the entire Part Studio. we can actually use those rails that we created earlier. So I don't have to reset up the connection from the blob part to the master part. It's just that I can roll back the history instead. That's better. What's this? Ugly things. So these two funnels looks a bit wacky. It's also in the loop. Let's go to the loop. Can I not switch to loop there? No, I can't. Oh, we're recording. I have to be a bit better.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, I can't keep track on that for you.
I'm gonna fix that.
The light is glitching for me.
Okay, so in here there's only one of those. I just pulled it out. I think probably in the master assembly then there's another here. This one we're gonna delete. Oh, nice. Bye. Okay. What is this? Controls. Okay, so controls, I want to delete everything, but we're not going to delete it levers, readers. We're not going to delete it that way I did it. Switch to controls. I'm just going to roll back so we have the connection is better. Now I know how to do this, Hannes. Switch to readers. I'm rolling it back to the derived. So it's just like that. It's just a block. So then in the master assembly, it will be a block, which means like, okay, we need something here. I should really have done that with a loop as well, but never mind. Same thing here. All these levers. Let's go to the levers. And I'm just going to roll back to the derived. It's a shaft. Perfect.
What a shaft.
A beautiful shaft. So much better. Nice. I don't like that we're seeing this single mate connector here. Perhaps just Shift P hides everything. Yes. But now I haven't written for some time. So the controls, the levers, I think I'm going to start with the instruments. So what this will help me do, what this process will help me do is to decide what instruments to include. That's progress. Not thinking about details further along the line. We have to get the top level requirements of what functions this instrument has down first.
What do you say is the big difference from when you started earlier, when you started the CAD compared to now? Is it the fact that you have some more grasp with design requirements?
I think that I've learned to question my own assumptions in a more efficient way. Like Jasper wants me to slow down a little bit to go faster later. And I just want to run, but then I'm running like a headless chicken. So hopefully that I know, I've like finding the balance. How hard should I question myself? I should question myself quite a bit, but not to the point where I come to a halt.
Yeah, you're crippled.
Yeah. So I'm rolling back this to the derived. Look at this. And then we're going to make them not a shaft, but the gears are going to be a bit transparent. So we just do them half transparent. And you know what? Why not? Why do we have these gears? Why have I made these gears into the CAD? Well, they serve a really important function. Let's describe that function in the functional design requirements of the drivetrain.
Oh my goodness.
So,
essay time.
So, the drivetrain must have a flywheel for the conveyor belt. So I wonder a little bit how I should describe this at this point. the under conveyor flywheel. The conveyor flywheel must have a gear ratio compared to the input shaft of XX. Gear ratio to the input shaft, not compared. We know that the flywheel needs to spin faster than the input shaft. So we can say that. And then a potential solution could be perhaps gears, perhaps timing belts, perhaps something else. So question is if I should mention these. No, I should think about this a little bit more first. So I'm just going to leave them like this in the CAD. And something that I've been saying is that there it went simpler. Since I didn't compromise on the moving plates, I think I need to compromise more on other parts to make this simpler. So for example, all my gears doesn't have to be theatrically large in plywood. I can buy some off-the-shelf gears, Hannes, and put them in the middle of the machine.
What?
What about that, chat?
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, I kind of know about this drivetrain, but it's not for this stream. I think I can flesh out the drivetrain in much more detail later. So this gear looks strange. It has, let's go to it. Switch to conveyor gears 2.
While you do that, I just want to acknowledge here from Hundry F that says, chat, I just managed to do my first repair using a hot air soldering station. Very proud. I had to share. I got a lot of my love for tinkering and building things thanks to Martin. His project is so inspiring. So, fantastic, Hundry.
It's beginning of a beautiful story with Hundry's repair arc.
Mm-hmm. Hundry's repair arc.
Well done, Hundry. I'm recording still. Oh, I have to become better at that. Sorry, Alfons. Okay, so I'm just going to in here and removing stuff that looks like information that is actually just in the way for me designing. Let's switch to music gears. I'm just rolling back this timeline. I don't have to be stubborn and delete everything. And then I'm making them a bit transparent.
And we got a comment here from Manuel Ridman that says, sorry, I just joined. Why are we on the Wintergatan 2 channel? And I know it can be a little bit surprising for some, and sadly, some people may have missed that we have went over to this channel. It was basically a decision to keep the feeds a little bit cleaner on the main channel. Not everyone wants to see all the live streams. So here we can have Wintergatan 2 is strictly live streams, and the main channel is for more recap videos and stuff like that. To keep it a little bit clean for, people have different tastes, you know, and we can't tell YouTube when and how to notify people all the time. So some people get bogged down with a lot of notifications that we're streaming, and we don't want to scare everyone away. So this is now our live channel. That is why.
It feels like two kind of separate audiences, and so it makes sense to keep on different channels. So I'm just rolling back all these to the derived, and then I'm making them a bit transparent so we can see through. No, not like that. Appearance. I clicked the word transparent because I said the word transparent when I saw it. It's the monkey brain for you. To also communicate to me that there's a lot of things that we don't know. These followers, for example. Okay, I think I'm happy with is there any more spokes to remove? Here's something. What's this?
And Hal is wondering why skip the morning streams. And I've seen this question coming up a lot. We're still trying to find our preferred schedules with everything. We tried out doing live streams like every waking hour when we're at the office. It is too much. So this is a way to keep it more keep us sane.
And also make better streams, because I was always unprepared. For now, I will work on the machine in the morning, record videos in the morning by myself, so I can think by myself, and then be prepared and have cool stuff to show and do in the afternoon stream. So we think we will be able to do better streams with a bit more energy as well from us.
Absolutely. And I, for instance, get some time to do some maintenance in the morning to make the streams better and everything like that. We basically didn't have any time to do anything other than just streaming. So that is why. Moving forward, we never know. It's a fluid schedule, but we will try to do afternoons from now on.
Yeah. So I am removing these followers because I don't know if they're going to look like that. I don't want information here that is not like intended, but we should note in the design requirements. So here we have a conveyor belt. I thought the conveyor belt is part of the loop. It's not part of the drivetrain. All right, so let's go to the conveyor belt. Here, what should the conveyor belt do? Well, the conveyor belt must lift the marbles to the top of the machine. Let's leave it at that. Let's not put that we need followers that picks them up. That's what it should do. That's the function of the conveyor belt. I'm not going to put in more now because let's think about that separately. Where I want to get to, Hannes, is to, when I clean this up, is that I'm going to represent the new moving Vibraphone better than this with the arms and stuff. So I can put everything off and put the arms, the moving arms, so we can then start to look at instrument placement.
Ooh.
That's the whole where I'm going with this. So I think I wonder about these funnels. I love them, so I don't want to delete them. It's a design idea, but I don't want them currently in the master assembly. So let's just perhaps I can just hide them, actually. We just hide them.
Now, something that I don't want to hide is the wonderful backers that joined the last 14 days here, Martin. We got 54 new backers the last 14 days. That is absolutely fantastic. And we even got a couple more today. So tomorrow I will make sure to include you in these as well. Such as Derek Van Allen on Twitch and Iceman. But as we always say, we appreciate you all very, very much. It's fantastic. We feel the love.
Thank you.
We don't take it for granted.
Thank you to all the 54 new backers the last 14 days as well. Yeah, so here's a good example of what I'm trying to do. Do you remember how I struggled with this part because of the C-flip issue? This part took me 2 streams. It was the wrong place to struggle. It should have been designed like this. Derek said, okay, maybe the handle. No, I don't want the handle even. Derek said something, though, that it wasn't bad for me in the beginning to see a little bit, to learn working in Onshape a little bit. That's not completely wasted time that I did here. But to make the huge decisions about what to include on the machine so we can get going with the design and make progress, I spent time on the wrong stuff. And that's what I really hope. I'm not going to build hype. I've never been efficient, but I'm not going. But I'm really, I don't have time. It also helps having a daughter, because I used to work 16-hour work days, 7 days a week my whole life. I kind of have half that time now to work. So like when the clock is 5, I need to go home. So I really need to stop being, really need to stop waste time. But I forgot, crank handle. Do we have this? Why is it there? Why is there a thing there? Have I written something about that? I think maybe we have missed that, because I don't see it here. There must be a way. So I'm not going to say crank handle. I'm going to say the drivetrain must provide a way to start the machine from 0 with good leverage. Okay, so it's not perfect, design agnostic, blah, blah, blah. Why? Because standing on the pedals wouldn't start the machine. We need a starting crank with a different gear ratio. That's why.
I see a comment here in chat that comes up about the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
You actually need that in there? Seems echoing like a conveyor belt is actually a solution.
Yeah, no, I am absolutely entitled to put solutions in at this point.
Why are you entitled? Because you are the SME, right?
Where's my poster? So okay, this is a good moment to step back. Everyone knows that design requirement needs to be design agnostic. However, there's a few things I know. I know I want a vibraphone. I know I want drums. I don't have to write, the machine needs something to play a groovy groove. I can say the machine needs drums. So from all my 9 years working with this project, I know a lot of stuff. I know I want a conveyor belt because it's the most silent, simplest way of lifting the marbles. Then I should question that assumption a little bit, but it's okay for me to just write in the design requirement, we're going to have a flywheel. Because something that made me just pissed off was having to try to pretend that I didn't want a vibraphone and having to write design requirements as if
when you know it.
Like, Martin, you have to really think about all the music instruments in the world first. That's why it's been so slow. But then also it's important also. I have to question my assumptions because I did a lot of assumptions from Machine X that didn't work. But you know what? If I make this CAD model, I can then red team that CAD model. I'll send it out to the internet and say, tell me what's wrong with this CAD model. Here's my idea. So basically, this round of CAD I'm doing now is get my whole idea down in the design requirement in text and in the CAD in blocky chunks. Then it's like, what's wrong with this idea? Can we questioning all the assumptions at that point? I think that's so yes, we can have solutions in there. Paul Drover said so as well. Where was I? Conveyor flywheel. What did I do? The crank. Starting crank.
Short sentence in the Y column would help.
For the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
I think we have it. But good. The Y column is good. The conveyor belt must lift the marbles to the top of the machine. Why? Okay.
Because marbles.
Conveyor belt now I think is silent and energy efficient. Sea farming equipment. I mean, like, conveyor belt is used everywhere. If it's a good solution. We can question it a bit, but not to the point where I don't want to make the project. But I have to learn to question my assumption. But I think I've been way too much into this, like, project management, thing. There's grooves on this programming wheel here. I don't want that. So let's go to the programming wheel and roll back. And there's also these sides. Let's roll back to the derived, see how that looks. Ha! I love this. This is a programming wheel.
Okay, so I just want to say here, my Memeplex added here. Exactly. Describe why you chose this particular solution if you're adding a solution. It's a good praxis, I guess.
Yeah.
To just
Jasper also wanted
write
me
it
to
down.
do that. Absolutely. Okay, the machine is already looking much, much better. I think we should leave the frame as it is, even though it looks like a design idea. I want the frame in there. Perhaps I want to get rid of this. Or maybe that's an idea as well. Okay, perhaps we can leave it. All right, much better, much better. I think it's time to tackle where I want to begin all this. Basically, we just rolled back. Do I need to write something about the programming wheel? We need to check that it's in there, in the drivetrain. Programming wheel. Oh, we have some stuff already about the programming wheel, but I'm gonna switch the numbers here, which I think my script could have done for me. So we have a programming wheel. Good, good, good. Let's just do these so I can leave them. 1.4.5, 1.4.6, Huygens drive, 1.4.7, music flywheel, 1.4.8, governor, 1.4.9, gearbox. It's all about learning. It's all about learning to fail faster in a simpler media. And I was very happy to fail in CAD instead of failing in real life. But what everyone has taught me is that I need to fail in text, because this is where we can fail in a week and redo the machine really fast. But CAD takes longer time.
Seems cheaper.
Yeah.
Fail in text.
And that's why I want to make CAD that is much simpler, because I do need to look at this machine when I'm working with it. When I'm only seeing the spreadsheets, I lose my power to design.
And your will to live.
I was going to say, but I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep it family friendly, and then I have Hannes with me who bites his tongue as soon as I talk about certain features of the machine.
But it was a very nice looking shaft. I agree.
It was.
Yes.
You want to see it again?
No, thank you.
It's here.
No, thank you.
There.
I've seen enough.
I'll zoom in here. Close up for Hannes here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, get back to it, Martin.
Yes.
Oh, what am I doing? So. Okay, Vibraphone. Kind of. I'm annoyed that the bass. I'm gonna leave this so we know this is a bass. But let's do the Vibraphone, because the Vibraphone is not at all well made for this. We have to go back to the beginning of the blob part. See how this is built up. The Vibraphone. What information do we have? How did I build this blob up? It's a sketch. So we have an angle and we have this. All right, this is not a bad start for a blob. I can move this around freely. That's by intention. Let's go to the Vibraphone. The things that we made in the prototype here.
Ooh.
So now All right. So thanks to this prototyping, I now know how much space the Vibraphone need. So if I'm just going to measure it, let's add a temporary sketch here. That didn't go well. Let's now see the bounding box for the Vibraphone Blob. This line is 600. I think it looks like 600 is enough. Oh, this is the middle plate. There are longer plates. Should we add a bit of safety? I think 600 is enough, because it won't stick out in the back more. So this is the information I was really after when doing all this. It's a huge key to the design. So now we can go to the Blob, the space claim that Derek Van Allen taught me. Now we're back there. That's round 2 now, Hannes.
Yeah, back to the blobs.
Back to the Blobs. Here I said 310. It's not true. We need to space claim much more. We need to space claim 600. So boom, all of a sudden we see this is a much bigger beast. The long resonator. Entertain the crowd, Hannes. I'm gonna go measure the long resonator.
Okay.
I actually have my measuring tape on the correct spot.
Ooh, who would have thought? Who would have thought? I will try to find you in an angle here, so we can follow along here a bit. I can see you kinda. I can see a couple of feet at least. So that was fast. It's quick, that one. There we go.
Oh, you got me.
I got you.
Super, 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 super. It's actually 600 on the longest one as well, so we can go and add that, which was interesting because here in CAD I said 800, so it's a bit smaller like that. It's really a square. So let's leave that blob there like that. But then, we got also another even more important information is the center to center distance. Because, when we do when we put them next to each other from this angle, it's super important to know how close together they can be. And thanks to this, we can have them really, really close actually. So let's see if I add, let's measure where we are now on the right plane. Can I measure the distance here? 24 millimeters. How much space between them do we need so they're not rubbing against each other? Should we do 5 millimeters? 24. Should we do 6? Then we have exactly 30, exactly 60 millimeters center.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that? I have to get a calculator. No. 60 times 36, because we have 37 plates. 60 times 36. Okay, that's 2 meters and 16 centimeters. That's a bit, That's a bit longer than I wanted. Can I squeeze let's do a linear pattern and see what we feel here.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is like super important on how I want to know this to see how wide the machine needs to be.
I'm gonna give you I was just gonna remind you about the recording.
Yeah. Now I turned it off actually.
Yeah.
So let's go on the linear pattern. Let's just linear pattern all this. to get a feel for it. If we do 60, that looks like too much.
That looks very spacious.
That's good, actually. Should I do 37 just to, we can measure this?
Hammer it home.
Just to hammer it home, it takes a little bit of compute. That was maybe stupid of me. All right. So I think we can control this way better. So let's go down to 56. But also, things look so much bigger in CAD.
My Memplex says pattern the holder right.
Yeah.
That's the widest part.
Yeah. Actually, I could have patterned only the holder, but this could also be a good assembly to actually get into the main assembly. I can just add this, perhaps, to the main assembly. Oh, I would love if we... This is 56. I would love if we could make 55. It's perhaps a bit optimistic. Because if we do 55, we then have from the left side of the Vibraphone to the right side of the Vibraphone. We're back at 2 meters. So 55. 217. Okay. So let's see how big this extrude is. Probably exactly 2. Oh, it's way less. 1620. So 2017. Let's do 2020. Yeah. The Vibraphone is dominant.
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
And I know, Martin, I should not take up too much technical questions with you.
It's fine.
I got 2 comments now from The Vibe Sweden. Is it only me, or is the audio panned a bit to the right today? And Hal also noticed that one. I can't hear it.
But look at the meter on the multi-view. You see it is panned.
It is a little bit
It's
panned.
definitely panned. So thank you, good viewers, for
good
seeing
ears.
that.
I tried to listen to it and I couldn't hear it.
Wait. I understand where it has to be. It has to be here. No, those are correct.
Hopefully this will not be too big of a derailment.
No.
Good to get it sorted.
Let me. No, I'm actually happy for this feedback. So keep reading some chats while I fix this, Hannes.
Now you got your chance, chat. Ask the. Oh, we see him now from Armonial that says Team Ultra Wide. That's where we're approaching now. We're getting to Ultra Wide. It's all lite till höger. The sound. It's a little bit to the right. And my Meplex says, I don't mind it because you're both on the right of screen. So it's immersive, I guess.
I have a couple of 100 audio mixers connected.
Yes,
to this
you do.
stream.
Yes, you do.
I'm just going to see where I saw it earlier, and then it's just. I think I should. So. What happens if I do this? What happens if I do... Okay.
Yeah, we're leveling out.
I'm leveling it out manually. This is not the correct way of doing it. I'm going to look later into some...
At least it wasn't that much.
But I also saw it before, so good, very good audience for the technical... wakeness.
Awareness.
All right, we have the Vibraphone Blob. And what do we see immediately? We see that these things might move because now we have the Vibraphone in the middle. So let's go to the master assembly. I'm wondering if I should just add that new Oh, sorry for bumping the mic there. This thing is the vibraphone. Where did I add that? Is that just added like that? I'm going to delete the vibraphone. How did I actually CAD this? I think this is not correctly CADed. We're going to delete this from this assembly. And I think I'm not going to, right now, I'm not going to do the master part method, but I'm just going to add this assembly like it is. That will get me the fastest forward.
While you do that, I just want to add, Martin, that we now have 1,202 followers on Twitch. It's so fun that people are finding us on all the different platforms because we are multi-streaming to different platforms, and we're gonna try to add even more so you all can find your favorite spot, be it YouTube in regular resolution, be it on Twitch or on Instagram in vertical, or coming soon TikTok and X. We're gonna be everywhere. You can't get away from us. We're gonna be everywhere, streaming right into your device of choice.
100%.
Imagine like you're watching this on your big screen in your bedroom. Now that is quality content. What a date night. What a date night.
Yeah, okay. I'm cheating here. Because now we won't be able to control this position with the blobs. Let me put it in and then instantly regret my decision to put it in. We're gonna see here. Is this still floating? Yes, it is. This is exciting. First time I see the arms. We need to pivot this. I don't want to spend this stream actually like getting this connected to the blob.
No, it's this critical path right now.
Yeah.
Started so good with the cleaning.
But
don't get stuck now.
On the other hand, we're also not going to add junk to this assembly. So, okay, I have to think about how to do this now. Boom, boom, boom. So you immediately see the conflict here with these arms because they're pointing straight into the kick drum. I want, like, you see the space conflict. Is there transform in here? No, it's not. So yeah, that's why we do the blob thing. Okay, I need to actually do it properly. Let's go and do it properly. We're going to do what Derek has taught me. So here we have the vibraphone in this. We're gonna start a new part studio because there's no use putting this in here because I can't control and it's not how we're working. I'm trying to make a shortcut and that's not efficient. So I have this brand new part studio here. We're gonna rename it Vibraphone Final Vibraphone. No. Vibraphone moving.
Yes. And while you do that, I would just want to remind new viewers that are tuning in what you're doing right now. And you're basically cleaning up the CAD to better resemble the design requirements and vice versa. So they're kind of one and the same.
Yep.
So we don't have two different kinds of machines.
To faster iterate and make decisions in CAD and text with some visual cues. So I need to go into this one. Oh, I should just write vibraphone. It was some time. It should be. Is it really this? This doesn't look like the master part machine.
Bennett has a question here for you. Is it a design requirement that all the vibraphone keys need to be horizontally next to each other? No slope in the width, for example.
Oh, interesting. Let me keep that in. I saw here in the list that there's 2 vibraphone parts here. Oh, there's an old one here. Old stuff. This one is going to be deleted. Bye. Bye. Is it also in the old stuff then? Extrude vibraphone, that's the old one, yeah. So I can delete that feature. I also can delete the triad transform for the vibraphone. We're cleaning. The old stuff is going to go away. We have 17 items in that folder. Soon we'll have less. And then the real vibraphone doesn't have to be called vibraphone 3. It can be called vibraphone. So keep the question, Hannes.
Yes, it's up there.
Because now in this part studio, I want to derive. And then I was confused because I had 2 vibraphones from the master part. This is the one. We want to derive. And I guess we're happy with that. And then we're doing the add mate connect. Wait, no, this is not where we add mate connector. This is actually derived, so this is stuck in space. Mm-hmm. Is it a design requirement that all the vibraphone keys need to be horizontal next to each other? No slope in the width.
Then a follow-up here from the same user here, Bennett. The smaller the resonator pipes, the lower you could place the notes.
Oh, I understand, Bennett. No, it's simpler to have all the marble gates at the same height. So then...
It's a marble gate question.
Yeah. Which is a design requirement that the fall height should stay the same. It's important musical design requirement for the latency of the thing. So...
Latency of the thing.
Latency of the whole machine, the tightness of the machine. So let's add that.
Fall height should be consistent.
Yes. And I think that is for the marble gates much more than for the instrument placement. Mm-hmm. So here, marble gates. 1, 2, 6. Insert row below. The marble gates must sit at a consistent distance from the hit points of the instruments. Look at us constraining the design here. So very good question from Bennett there. And I'm going to add a Y to keep latency between tracks identical.
Nice. Good answer.
Which makes it much simpler to have them at the same horizontal height. All right, so now we have our vibraphone that is connected. This new vibraphone, it doesn't look like a vibraphone, but this is connected to the blob part, mm-hmm. which means that the angle and everything is working here. So now we're going to do, we're going to slice out a vibraphone channel from this. And I think Derek has taught me how to do this in several different ways. I'm going to do something a bit
unorthodox.
Yeah, I think this is... I think I'm just going to do something like this. It's just a representation at this point. It's a block. Ta-da! Mm-hmm. You can actually be there, and you can actually be there. And so we're going to do... going to remove all this. Can I just do through all? Yay.
Oh my goodness. Do you know how good you're at
No,
this?
I'm not so good actually.
Oh no. Where's the hype that you had when we started?
No, I'm trying. I don't know. Under promise, over deliver.
What about the revenge arc?
We don't talk about it. We show
We
it.
do it.
That's why it's called show business, Hannes.
Okay. I have nothing to show, so I can just sit here quiet.
Boom. Move face. 49. Let's move the face a bit more. Boom. So here's our vibraphone, as you can see. And we're going to do 37 of those on a distance of 55. I actually want to learn how to use the planes for directions, but okay, never mind that. 55, 37, and flip it. It's not so beautiful, but it's kind of annoying that it's transparent, right? I think that makes it more. So let's edit appearance and let's make it not transparent. Here we go. Block.
Building block.
So this one is not going to be there. Let's delete this one. I tried to cheat.
It bite you in the behind.
Yes, it did. Thank you for keeping it family friendly there, Hannes.
I can when I try.
So now, if you remember, we have to insert the new part studio. Yeah, the vibraphone moving. The vibraphone moving, but we want to insert it as a rigid. And here we're gonna add the. It even appeared on the correct spot first there, but now
Mate connector time.
Now it's mate connector. I need to add it to one of the parts. Add mate connector to instance origin. Thank you. We're gonna look at the origin of our assembly, and now we're gonna say that you. What happened? Is it M? Or is do I just hit M? It was some time since I. There we go. All right.
Nice.
So now, for anyone. Okay, so here's for Alfons' video. So now I made this blocky part here, and the way it. So now I made this blocky part here of the vibraphone, and the way it works that if I go into here and move this block in the blob part, let's say I put the vibraphone over there, the vibraphone is also moving in the master assembly.
Really moved.
The vibraphone is gone in the master assembly. Okay, so what am I missing now? Oh, do you know what? It's my unconstrained stupid CAD.
Mm-hmm.
It's in here. Here, it died.
Mm-hmm.
It died. Let me go in.
That's a good lesson for people. Constrain your sketches.
Good lesson for me. Okay, so the reason that's not working is because I didn't constrain my sketch. Let's move it back. Let's go and constrain the sketches.
Let's do it correctly now.
Look at that. Yeah, I wanted to save time, but sometimes it's just not saving time.
Mm-hmm.
This belongs to this. B for parallel. Boom, 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 boom. I for coincident. I can make these lines collinear. In Fusion, that's called collinear. Here we only have I. This little thing is 40, and it sits at a distance of 100. And this, so you see it's blue there, 300. B for parallel. Boom. And this is 20. This is 20. Yeah. And also, Hannes, this is also why I don't want the signs in this part of the project that is not meant seriously, because I did have problem when moving stuff around. So remains to see if I'm gonna show that mistake on the real video or not. Only true OGs in the chat gets to see me screw up. We'll see. So now, if I change position of the blob here in the blob space like that, the vibraphone will switch position in the master assembly automatically. Hey!
Oh, look at that. You did it.
First try.
First try. Simple as that.
So now
can we have a very quick recap to why it's good to have the blob space?
Yeah, so the blob space is a way to puppet master your entire complicated machine at one place. So here I can just see, I can move things, and then we can add a lot of details in other parts of the CAD.
It's more, it's not as quote unquote heavy to work with.
Yeah.
In the blob space.
It's very dynamic. I can just move it around and then we add a lot of details later.
Okay.
So let's put it... Yeah, let's start making some decisions, Hannes.
Yes, let's.
This is the wide. So question number uno. I would absolutely love if the frame isn't on the outside of this vibraphone.
The frame isn't on the outside.
No, you remember we talked about this?
Yeah.
This is outside of the vibraphone. Here. The left side. And I think 2 meters is wide enough for this machine. Imagine if we could let the instruments like swell out. There's also going to be, instead of making the frame, I would love if the frame was on the, like it's here on the right side. You see?
Yeah.
So let's start to look at that and see why the frame is like it is. Here's the frame blobs. And they are...
The frame itself is something that hasn't been discussed that much yet.
No.
Either in the design requirements or the CAD.
No.
Nope.
Good point. Let's see if we have one frame. Frame. Spend time here. This is Paul Drover's comment. Everything depends on this.
Oh.
Material choice, question mark. Not going to do that now. I want to see why it's not centered here, this frame. I think it would be pretty nice if the machine was a little bit symmetrical. So why, let's go and investigate why this frame sits where it is. And how plain skeleton frame. Oh, it's just a plane, and then the other frame has no, it's a mirror. Is it mirrored?
Uh-oh. My memeplex says because you centered it. No reason other.
Perhaps the vibraphone isn't mirrored. Let's see. Let's see what this is sketched on. It's sketched on a mate connector. Okay, so the vibraphone is not centered. That's why it's not. So let's center the vibraphone, I think. Select mate connector. I wanna go. Wait, I have to investigate what I did here. If this was very much in the beginning, perhaps. Why didn't I sketch? Because I think definitely I'm extruding it symmetrically. Yes. So now we have to center first the vibraphone sketch. But why are we not? Why is this mate connector?
You started with everything centered. Let the frame follow from the machine.
Yeah. And I think I want at this point actually not do it like that. Vertex of origin. So let's deselect. Oh wait, I see. I switched it here. Here it is, 100 millimeter. I moved the mate connector. Boom. All right. Probably for some good reason. Now you can see that the frame and the vibraphone is symmetrical with each other. It will be easier to see in the master assembly. See?
Yeah, now it's centered. Martin?
Yeah.
I have a question for you regarding the whole frame and such. How important do you think it is to have the frame top of mind this early in the process, or is the frame something that that's just something that will hold everything? Like you do the frame the last thing you do?
I think it's the reason I put it in is because I'm taking inspiration from skeleton clocks, and they have these two side frames. Even Derek said I would also do two side frames. And it's to claim the space. What we perhaps should do is that we should...
I just worry that the frame will get in the way of stuff that doesn't have to be an issue really.
No, I think it's...
But we're too set on the frame.
I'm actually more worried the other way around, that we don't make space for it. But I think this is misleading, this design, because we're not going to have this design. It helps me a bit, but we remember this. We have saved the version history. So I think I should simplify this frame. Let's go to the frame and let's remove information that we don't want right now. So no, I actually want it in because I think two side frames is a good way to kind of build. But I want to get rid of the feet. Let's see if I just rolled. Oh, is this we're in a sub-assembly. Okay, we're in a sub-assembly with one part. Okay, I start to remember how I built this. So let's see what happens here. Is this the feet? Probably feet. It's very Swinglish to say feet. They are gone. Okay, but I don't want completely solids. But let's do this one. Let's remove this. Or perhaps I'm being a bit too... But everyone thinks like... When people see this, they think like, oh, so that's how the frame is going to be. So it could be actually a good idea to remove any design intent here. I'm kind of happy with that for now. Just to keep it even more. But I don't think it's touching the ground now. So let's... how much are we missing? We're missing 200. Let's just move face 200. Derek says it's okay.
Done. Go for it.
Right? 200. So it's standing on the ground at least. The feet work maybe a little bit helping me in the design, but yeah, this better. So now in a dream world, can we put the frame even more to the inside to really let the vibraphone be the dominant thing? So now we're in, like, this is the footprint question, you know, Hannes, that you and I have been dealing a lot with.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's super simple for me to work on that design by just going in to one single little, where did I do the extrude here? No, I did it on this, of course. So offset distance, let's try 900. You see?
Yeah.
The vibraphone is just like, bam, I'm here, all right?
Look at me.
Look at me. I'm the dominant. I'm the alpha. Frame is going to be beautiful, but I am the singer. It's me. Me. I think it looks a little bit too low. Let's see. I think like I wanted 1 meter from the ground. I hit something wrong. Oh, it said 1 meter there. I'm bad at measuring. I want to measure now straight down from this point.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really learned that. Because now...
Like a ruler to the screen.
There is a ruler on the screen, actually. So what you can do is you can show measure details. You can do this, and then you can hover around like this to see what it's measuring here.
There we go.
So this is 1 meter. I kind of want from the top. It should be a little bit higher. But how do I do that? Well, we have the blob method, so we just do it.
Simple as that.
Is it time to constrain the height of the vibraphone? Big moment right here.
Constrain it?
Big moment right here. We're going to constrain it. I don't want to constrain it from the mate connector. I want to constrain it from the origin. So let's go into the sketch. Perhaps that is always there. It is there. All right. So the height of that. Boom.
Boom.
And you know what? We're going to also constrain the front space, and it's going to turn white, I think. Front space. We have a white sketch for the vibraphone now. It feels kind of good.
Heck yeah.
Starting to set things a little bit more in stone. I like it. The diva. Perhaps the frame then can go, you know, the frame can go through these arms here. We'll see. We'll see later. Okay. We need to catch the vibraphone marbles. I was thinking to make some design requirements about that. I don't think I should do that. I think now is the time to think about the drum placement, Hannes.
Ooh. I just want to add here a quick one from our audio catchers on stream. The Vibe Swede said, again, by some weird reason, the audio suddenly panned a bit to the left now. I think there might be some glap somewhere since it happened when you hit your hand into something. Since then, it's settled. Now it's good again. Just for us, Martin, to remember that it could be some glap somewhere, some glitching.
I see on the meters that somewhere I have panned something. There might be... so I'm definitely going to research that off stream. Thank you.
So that's great that you reach out to us, chat. I will also edit a post-it note.
But now I need you, Hannes. I need to talk to you while going through this kick.
Can I body W?
You go exact what you're going to do. This kick drum placement. So to the left here, we're gonna have the lowest note of the vibraphone. It feels so good to have the kick on the left.
Mm-hmm. Feels natural.
So let me just see, how do I control the position of this in the blob space? Is the kick drum in the old stuff? That doesn't feel so good. Oh, so they come from... Ah, nice. We're gonna... oh, that's strange. What strange sound all of a sudden. We're going to... The kick drum is from the old stuff. Mm-hmm. What's the delete part thing here? Can I delete the delete part thing? Yes. So in the beginning when I made this document, I made it in a bit of a different way. And I actually wanna slowly get rid of all the old stuff. So I'm gonna make a new kick drum here. A new kick drum blob. First, let's remember the measurements. 480 diameter and kind of the same, I think, 420 depth. 480, 420. So how do I make this blob? Yes, we're gonna have a plane like we started everything else. From the mid plane. Isn't that how we built everything else? So we have this sacred right mid plane, and I want to do a new plane, an offset plane. No, that used to be me. Offset planes used to be my name. I'm cooler now. I'm mate connector sketcher, the white.
Wow.
See? I'm going to, because I dare to offset the sketch. Okay, this is fine. So let's hide the right plane. Because this is something that I really learned. In the sketch, select mate connector. And I was annoyed because this sketch is on the wrong way. Well, they thought of that. You click mate connector, you click realign, and you choose primary axis entity. And I realized that you can actually choose the default geometry. So I think I can choose the right plane as a primary axis entity. But now, my friend, sketch is on the wrong way. So we're gonna flip the Z axis. How do we do? Reorient, flip. That's how we do it. Flip primary axis. So now when we're sketching, oh no, it's actually upside down. Now it's upside down. Now we have to rotate 2 times. Look, sketch 3 is sitting on the correct. Just a little bit of patience, reading what's in the menus will get you there.
There we go.
And now when I want to offset this thing,
You know who else just arrived in chat? We have Jasper here today.
Oh.
Hey, I just caught up to the stream by watching it in 4 times the speed. Martin was incredibly productive that way.
Nice. We're going to move. So then this should be the Z axis. Let's try to move this 100 millimeter. It is moving like I thought it would. So it's not going to be as simple moving the drums around as a triad transform, but I will have fantastic control. Am I being stupid now? No, I'm not, right? I want it to be a bit more, like these decisions are, I want it to be a bit more, I think I want to do it this way. I'm gonna show you how I did it before, Hannes, later. No, just do 200. All right, I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to sketch the kick drum. What did we say? We said 420. And then we said 480. So half of 480. 240. And then Shift L, I think, is for perpendicular. And this is our kick drum. After we revolve it, Shift W for revolve. Shift for choosing the axis. And no merge scope. It's a new, beautiful little blob. And that's my brand new kick drum blob. So that's annoying with my kick drum. Why did I do it this way? I want to redo this, actually. I actually want to redo this. So the first kick drum is going to be kick drum old. Kick drum old. Because I don't really have good control of that. And this new part is going to be kick drum. But then where it's going to go? Kick drum, kick drum. Time to make a folder.
Ooh, did I hear folder?
Kick drum, folder. There we go.
Oof.
So now it's a bit more bulky. I can add also a triad transform to move it around. But I go into the sketch and I move it sideways here on the mate connector, and I move it in this direction in the sketch. It's a bit... Perhaps we should constrain the angle here. Let's do that. So we do that by adding a vertical thing and adding an angle. Let's say it's a 20-degree tilt, so 70 there. All right, Hannes, where do you think the kick drum should go?
What are we debating? Are you not happy with it there? It's in the way.
It's early days. We can dream. We can dream. I mean, if I put it to the left, it's going to be a little bit problematic with the conveyor belt. But then we tried putting the snare here, and I lost my will to make the machine. So
yeah, I have a feeling of it should be around there. So, where does it fit the best?
let's move it out 20 centimeters more, 500. And then in the kick drum part studio, this is the little bit annoying thing with me redoing this old blobs, is that this is actually not the correct one in the part studio. Let's see if I can go into this derived and actually choose the good one instead. Kick drum, and remove the old. Is it as easy as that?
Derek Van Allen says rollback state, question mark.
Rollback state. Can you expand on that, Derek?
And Jasper wants to know, what are general requirements for any instrument placement?
Oh, good, Jasper. So that's exactly how we're working today. General requirement for instrument placements. So guidelines. Let's go to instruments. We're here. Systems level requirement. The instruments must be visible.
Jasper adds here. Visibility.
Yeah.
Must have room for marble catcher. Can technically be far away if you make sure the marbles always bounce well. Shouldn't be too far from marble gate.
The instruments must be as visible, should be, this is a guideline, should be as visible as possible, and it's okay to not have it very quantifiable, as possible. The instrument should be as visible as possible from different vantage points, from different audience vantage points.
100 meters away.
Why? Because you listen with your eyes. Okay?
Boom. SME.
So visible is something, the instrument placement should feel like it's making sense from a musical perspective. Like lowest note to the left and higher to the right, because that's what we are used to. But then, of course, they can't collide with each other. The placement must allow access for the marble gates to hit the hit points correctly. And Jasper is also good. The placement must allow efficient marble catching after the hit.
Nice.
The placement should look cool, like really cool.
It's like we're almost starting at the last one.
It's a stomach feeling thing for me, like,
Yeah.
and I think it's, I think those are.
Yeah. What is the most important thing for the kick drum?
Oh, the new one seemed like it worked. I thought that maybe, oh, it works because we still have the old one, but it's invisible. Or is this the new one? I thought I had to redo the mate connector. Let me just go and see what happens in the instrument. We have a drums sub-assembly. Here's probably where. I'm a bit surprised. Let's go and see in the kick. I'm a bit surprised that the mate connector didn't crash. I'm just a little confused.
You're on the wrong symbol for that.
Sorry?
Crash.
Ah, okay. Okay. Because when I switch these parts, the mate connector should have crashed.
Okay. Someone has definitely not crashed is Seb 10 or Seb L0. Anyway, they just subscribed through Prime on Twitch.
Fantastic.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much. You are a true rock star. We appreciate it. You're awesome.
Fantastic. Look here, we have too much space between these. I think we can see that even in the master Blob. If we go to the sketch of the vibraphone, boom. I want to see final. Here, there's space here, a little bit too much space. So let's sneak up against each other. 660. I think we can even do 640.
Oh, this sounds interesting as well. I just bring this up here from my Memeplex that says one prototype I'd like to see is to help define the catchment areas for each instrument. That will help a lot with placement and orientation. Catchment areas.
Yeah, I guess that's the funnels, but my Memeplex is avoiding a solution in the language, which I respect. And I think it's absolutely an important thing to add very early. So I'm in agreement with Memeplex there.
Okay, so what are the issues now? Do we have any issues?
We have some issues.
we have interference with the belt. And is the belt crucial to... Does it have to be exactly there?
So the belt is one of these childish absolute joys of the machine. Seeing the marbles being lifted. Which is why I want to shoehorn it into the main angle. What if... That's why it's nice to have the vibraphone. What if then the kick is around here and the belt is allowed... It's nice if the belt can come forward. If the belt is allowed to pass on the left side of the kick drum.
Yeah, move the kick drum into the middle.
Not in the middle, but the belt outside the frame again. Because now the frame is in. So let me
between the big wheel and the frame.
Yeah, that will be very
tight.
Very beautiful.
Beautiful.
But perhaps there's probably a reason why we didn't do that before. Let's pull the frame in a little bit more, just to see if I can do this pretty fast. Here's the plane for the frame, 880. Move it in 20 centimeters. And let's move the belt out. So the plane conveyor belt, we're gonna move it to the outside of the frame. Since we did all this build up so nice, the shaft and everything is following because we're so good at this.
Wheel should not be too far out of frame for stability.
Exactly. That's important. That is part of the reason I think why I did it like that before. But we're riffing here. We're riffing. We're trying, and the question, if people feel what is the question we're trying to solve, is can we have the kick drum where I want it? I know where I want it, but how can we solve for that?
Can you explain where you want it? You want it where it is now.
This makes me happy.
This makes you happy. That's yay!
Yes. And yeah, I want it around here. But the extra distance of this on the outside might be an issue. But we can also perhaps say that we're going to have a little extra frame on the outside of that wheel.
Feels too much to the left now. The kick drum, right?
The big wheel. The kick drum?
Yeah.
No. The snare drum is coming after. Let me fix.
Okay.
We have.
Okay. Oh yeah.
There's gonna be a carousel here and a shaker module. There's stuff here. No. The snare drum is coming after. Let's then move that. Just to. But this is the old snare drum. which we are moving with triad transforms. So I'm moving it over. Snare drum is gonna follow this old kick drum. Let's take it away.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of a heads up here now, Martin.
Yeah.
You have about 20-ish minutes left of today's stream.
Yeah.
If there is something really important you want to get to as well.
Awesome. No, I'm like, in my mind, this is so much fun. I feel like I know what to do now. I've been working with a lot of other things than the marble machine. Like, running a business is much more than only doing the marble machine, but we have set up a completely new system now that I'm forbidden to touch anything else but the marble machine from now on. We'll see if I can make a difference. It's really tricky. But now you see the snare drum is there. So hopefully hopefully we can see real decisions being made. And knowing how big place the vibraphone needs is so helpful, I feel. You could also argue that we want to shorten this arm to close the distance between the kick drum and the vibraphone to make it cooler. Because the kick drum, to me, my mean plex point, the kick drum marbles needs to jump over the entire vibraphone and the vibraphone funnels.
That is a gap.
It's a bit of a gap. We can then also see if the kick drum should be over these arms. Yeah, I do love the conveyor belt on the outside here, though. That feels so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like the marbles coming out, just like on the previous machines, climbing the left side. Yeah. I wonder if this wheel then can be on the inside of the frame. Can we do that? Because it's not touching the...
Is this... Don't take this as a criticism. Is this critical path for what we're doing now, cleaning up? Now we're doing a lot of placement stuff.
Now we're designing the marble machine. So yes, it's... Yeah, I took it.
Oh, wow! I was just wondering, okay.
Don't wonder.
Okay, no,
It's like it's it's like a Spinal Tap. Don't point. No, it's good. It's good. What you're very much good reacting to is that I'm basically solving a lot of things at the same time. I should define the question that I'm looking at.
Yes, because right now it's just I'm trying to move this a little bit here, a little bit there, and see how it feels.
But this is
what are we solving right now? And perhaps this is good for Alfons as well to hear.
Oh, that's a good idea. But this is like how I design also. I move stuff around, and I feel like how can I fix this entire puzzle with all the design requirements that I do have. So sitting, moving stuff around is actually kind of what I want to do right now.
Perfect. Just include us in it, and we will all be happy.
That's a good point. I'm just thinking, are we going to have this wheel on the outside? Okay, so moving the kick drum here, everything has a cascading effect on this machine. So the kick drum wants the conveyor belt to move outside, but then we have a bit of a big distance out to this. But the outside wheel is pretty cool, isn't it, Hannes?
Yeah.
So I think this is actually good. We can move the wheel in a bit, just to make it feel a little bit more.
Chat is saying a lot of move that wheel. God, yes, move it.
But they want it on the inside, right?
I'm guessing.
Yeah. Chat, let me know if you want a wheel on the inside. I'm gonna look at those two options. But also the big music box. Perhaps the conveyor belt can be in the plane of the frame. We'll see. This is early days. kick drum placement. We can shorten these arms. I do feel the distance is a bit much. So let's go and think about what would happen if, for example, we can move this in and we can reduce the pivot point and still have good movement. Let's go to that sketch. Is it this first one? Nope. Which one is it? It would be better if I rolled before. So now I'm trying. What I'm doing now. Okay, let me record something. So, all right, seeing everything together, I think the kick drum is too far away from the vibraphone. I would like, because the marbles of the kick drum need to jump over the vibraphone. So I think I'm gonna go in and check to see if we can reduce the length of this arm here to get them closer. Let's roll before the linear pattern. Sketch arm is that one. No. I forgot which sketch we had. Oh, sketch pivot point. That's the one. Where I started all this. I think that the 300mm arm is really beautiful, but I think that we can allow a shorter arm. Let's try 200, and let's see if the slot is any meaningful difference. What happens there? 300. No, 200. 200. There, it's not an issue. 200 is fine. Let's see if this cat is following. Probably not. Oh, it is following, kind of. And I think also these options here is a bit long. So let's do that in, I guess, the arm sketch. 130. Let's take that down to 90. This is not CAD that I'm gonna use. I'm not sad at it. Even it will be a shorter, simpler part here. So what do we have here now? We have 450 to the front.
Before?
600.
600.
So 15 centimeters. We eked out 15 centimeters. So we go to our blob.
Shorten that blob.
We shorten the blob from 600 to 450. So the vibraphone crept back. That's nice. And now the marbles have. So now the. All right. So now the marbles have. Okay, my cat died. The marbles, that looks nice, but let me fix the broken CAD.
Why you do that, Martin? I want to have our daily reminder here from RZK7044.
And that's gonna be Pep, right?
Hello, Martin. Hello, Hannes. I wish you an amazing journey today, crafting the most beautiful music box we'll ever see. You know what I often say, right? Never give up.
Love to hear that. Thank you. So now we have a much more compact vibraphone with a movement that I definitely going to enjoy. And this camera angle feels much better right away. So let's creep up.
Music to my eyes.
Yeah, I think that's nice. Did chat want the flywheel on the inside of the frame? Did you see comments?
There wasn't that many people jumping on board that either way.
All right.
But Sebastian says, I'm fairly wheel agnostic. I just think the marble lift should be on the very outside of the machine. At least it's the big wheel is gonna be that big. It dwarfs the lift.
Let me quickly move it on the inside, just like it is, and see how that feels. Plane. Boom, boom, boom. I can add final to see what... Oh, I don't like that. Why is it doing that to me? It's a bit slow here. Let me just put it there, I guess. So yeah, I'm moving. Okay, this is also good for Alfons. So moving the wheel on the inside. Don't know if that makes me happier or not. Here would be better to have the spokes to kind of get a feeling for it, but it's fine. I'm going to move it back.
Gonna move it back?
On the outside, yeah.
Okay.
Let's start.
Quick decision.
Yeah, it's that's not final. It's actually the only thing I'm looking at is the relationship between the kick drum and the vibraphone. And judging from this, I can push the kick drum even more out. So I'm gonna go into the sketch of the kick drum blob, and I'm gonna increase the mate connector offset 10 centimeters more to make room for all those juicy instruments that the wide vibraphone allows us to have, Hannes. We have much more space here now. Okay, I think that's not a bad starting point. What about the height? This feels good. Hello. We have a dog in the studio.
A dog in the studio?
Yeah.
But do you know what else we have? We have 1,140 wonderful Wintergatan backers that are subscribing through YouTube memberships, Patreon, and on Twitch through Prime and regular subscriptions. And as always, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that are supporting us on our marvelous journey. You guys mean the world to us. And I just want to remind you that we love you. Stay awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you, everyone. It makes a huge difference. Our main income now is from supporters, actually. So it's a huge difference. So thank you so much. I just moved the snare a little bit to get a feeling for how the drum kit can look. And talking about my Memeplex idea to show where the marbles are going to be collected. The hi-hat marbles are collected between the kick drum and the snare drum.
I'm going to give you a heads up here now. I would like you to start winding down in about 5 minutes, Martin.
Oh, that's perfect. Let's move the other cymbals a little bit to make them make sense. I'm going to move is that a crash? Is that the hi-hat? Oh. That's the hi-hat. Huh. Of course. But I want the hi-hat. You remember we wanted the crash really to the left of the kick always. Just to make it a drum kit feeling.
Yep.
I wonder if we can do that. So I'm going to use Derek Van Allen's custom triad transform feature. Move it out.
Coming in clutch.
Coming in clutch, pressing finals. We can see what we're doing. This is just dream. This is just dream stuff here. Instrument sticking out is not a bad look. It's a great look, but then we'll see if they have space. Hi-hat should be between kick and snare. I love the business that is going to be of the marbles with those. A little bit up, I feel. Ride. Let's see what happens if we just follow the ride. Also a little bit higher.
My Memeplex says here, I think just put everything where you want, then just fix all problems that creates.
Yeah, I think that's
That's what we should be doing.
That's kind of
At least like the commandment parts, the stuff that really needs to be at specific places.
yeah. I already like I like this angle a lot. The base, let's move the base back. Let's see if that CAD is going to survive. This is the base. Is that really the base? No, wait. I'm probably cheated on the base now then. I have to get accustomed to how I built this, and I need to rebuild it. So it's okay. Probably I've been doing that. Perhaps we should turn the frame off just to... Now it feels like this wheel is in the way, but it's the disc, I think. And you see how this wheel is really like obstructing the kick drum here. I don't really like that. The wheel is too big, perhaps, Hannes.
Come again? How are you feeling? Are you sick?
The wheel might be a bit too big. All right, so... I am going to... I'm going to make sure that everything in this model is nicely written down in this document. And this document doesn't scare me anymore. I'm not afraid anymore, okay? I have a thing I have to run to, so we're going to quit a bit earlier today. Tomorrow as well, I think. It's a big week of work for me. But yeah, I think next steps should be adding... I think I should move around the instruments a bit more. Perhaps... You know what I should do? I'm going to bring back the spokes of the big wheel. That's going to be the last for the stream. So I can just switch to music flywheel. I actually want to see that with the spokes. I have them here. Boom. I can just add them like that. And that's actually helpful, I guess, in seeing how this feels. And then we need to decide. What we really need to decide is these carousel question mark. People love the shaker module question mark. Tambourine module question mark. I think toms are out. We've already said.
Cast them into the fire.
Yeah.
They're burning.
We already. I have to make some sacrifices. So this is the perfect list to go there. Yeah, feels great to be back thinking by myself and with Hannes. So I don't have these Jaspers and Derek telling me what to do anymore.
That's off stream.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to internalize everything everyone has said to me, but I need to also get back to where I have some direction on my own.
Direction,
exactly.
It takes a while.
I'm not like in love with how this looks right now. Something is not perfect. Perhaps the kick drum can be a bit more into the middle.
Perfect.
Perhaps we have space to just put it back a little bit more. Things can slide in. Yeah, I guess that's for next time.
Perfect. I would love, Martin, if you could just play us off a bit.
Play us off. I just want, thank you to everyone joining. I'm going to try to make progress and not get stuck in small details. I got a bit stuck moving the cat around last half an hour. I feel that too, Hannes. You were on to me, but it's like in me, things happens when I move CAD around in my brain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfection. Thank you all for joining in today on this wonderful stream when Martin tried to make the CAD resemble the design requirements a bit more and vice versa. So we have one coherent design, not two different ones. So thank you all for joining today, and we will see you in the next one.